Okay. Shit. Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Howdy.
Okay, bye.
We don't have. Yeah. See ya.
Okay, bye.
Till next
checking
week.
in.
Oh yeah. So what's in the box?
Oh, that we're there already?
Yeah.
Damn.
Shortest podcast ever.
Oh, shit.
All right. Welcome back. We are the Bonsai Movie Crew. This is Madison.
This is Dad.
They don't call me Dad. That'd be weird.
Hi, Dad.
E.
Daddy. Ooh. Anyway, welcome back. We are the Bonsai Movie Crew. Don't forget to check out the social stuff down there. Stuff. Don't forget. We always put it down in the description, all that good stuff. So you just click that link and it'll take you there. Simple. I don't know why more people don't do it. It's crazy.
Because they don't like you.
No, I think it's your face, honestly. I noticed whenever you weren't here and Jeremiah was, we got a lot more views.
Did we?
Didn't you guys notice that?
Maybe
You would know. You would know if you actually watched or paid attention to anything to do with the podcast.
I'm here. It's what's important.
Karen, I'm glad we're dedicated. You
We
know what I
are.
mean?
We really
Like
did it.
Eric's on that level a little bit, but Madison's way the fuck down here. We're like up here, she's down here, like down here.
She shows
I've
up.
only missed one by
I do.
choice.
Occasionally.
That's what I do for work. And if there's a meeting, I go. They don't ask me to do anything special.
Karen, how many
They still
episodes
pay
have we
me.
missed?
Mm-mm.
0.
Oh, you know what, Dad? They pay me at work for doing less than what I do here. And I don't get paid here.
I don't get paid either.
I don't
Yeah.
get paid
Actually,
either.
honestly, I've paid more money to do this
Exactly.
than anything.
I don't get paid any money for doing this.
Yeah,
Y'all are getting paid?
I'm spending money. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I've spent money on this. I spend money weekly.
To drive here?
No, I do the
Y'all are just proving
The-
my point.
social thing.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right, yeah. The
I
social
spend
media
money to
stuff.
drive here.
Yeah.
Huh?
I spend money to drive
I know
here.
you guys carpool like a couple of nerds.
She's on the way.
Should we both go?
No, I don't blame you. I mean,
Especially
you're
right
on the
now, there's
way.
no fucking parking lot or parking spot.
Yeah, no shit. Well, that's not my fault.
Kick your
Seth,
neighbors' asses.
All your damn cars.
Why does he have like 6 cars?
Because I asked him yesterday if he was starting his own lot. I don't know what he's working on them, I guess. I don't know what he's doing. It's his business. It's his fucking street. I don't care what he does.
Hour.
No, it's right there in front of his house. That's his shit. He can park there whatever he wants
I
there. He
thought
can do
you
whatever he
meant
wants.
all up and down here.
I don't
Oh,
give
I'm not even saying just there. I'm saying
Just leave my
like
parking
the
spot
whole
alone,
street
we're
was
golden.
like fucking jam packed with cars.
Oh yeah,
All,
them
the
cars
whole
over
street.
there. I don't know who those are. Those aren't his. I don't know.
Like, I'm just saying, like the whole street was parked with cars. Like, what the fuck?
I think he's only got like 4 cars over there right now. So
Only?
I know that's a lot, but
We have 4 cars because there's 4 people who drive. Well, technically 3. Ada's working on it.
oh, and by the way, you got to learn how to talk into the mic because you notice listening to it, she's the only one that you're like. She sounds like she's way back here.
I can't
Talking like
sit
this.
up on the table like that.
You can move the mic toward your face. Towards your
And there's
face.
stuff in my
It's
face.
adjustable. Talk into the mic like we do. Like that. This is why we're all so clear and vivid.
I mean, maybe you guys.
You sound like a mumbling
You sound much better.
17-year-old idiot.
I am a mumbling 17-year-old idiot.
Jesus.
At least she accepts who she is.
I mean, I was real bad when
And
we
why
were
is
over
it
there
so
in the
high?
attic.
What did you guys do?
I didn't
to
do
it?
nothing to it. Talk
Audio
to
was pretty
Jeremiah,
bad over
dude.
there.
Yeah.
He wasn't here.
Nobody else has sat there other than you and Jeremiah.
It was not like this last week.
Jeremiah sat over here the last time, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Can
you're
you
right.
fix this?
Yeah, because he was. Just move it towards your face. That's all you need to do.
I need it down. It's too high.
And we both were here last week.
Oh my god.
Have kids.
Here we
It's
go.
fun, they say.
It's not fun. It's ridiculous.
Watch that. Jeez.
I just want to see what this does to like the mics,
Remember
Oh,
that
the
commercial
audio.
the
with
audio.
the kid where he puts the candy in the cart and then the dad takes it out and then the kid puts it back in
Interesting.
and the
Thank
dad
you.
takes it
Yeah,
out
whatever.
and the kid starts screaming. And it was a condom commercial.
Yeah.
All right. Now that's
now
done.
I gotta sit like a nerd.
You act like a fucking child. You're the one who just told me to lower it.
Yeah.
Scusi.
Karen, how was your week, man?
I mean, it's only Tuesday.
It just got better, didn't it?
This is how I'm
Yeah.
really feeling right here. Which one is it?
Are you happy or are you gonna fuck me up?
I want to fuck her up, really. I do. It's like Eric said.
We're only
"Yeah,
5
have kids,
minutes
they
in."
said. It'll
Hey,
be fun,
Karen,
they
Karen,
said.
guess what?
What?
Leave a
Dad
legacy,
only
they
whooped me
said.
once whenever I was a kid.
Huh?
Dad only whooped me once whenever I was a kid.
One time I spanked you. I feel like I should have done it a lot more. That's really how I feel about it. I feel
I'm a
like
good kid.
once every
I
other
think so.
week would have been, perfect.
Just
whip
a
around.
reminder. Just some
Just
little reminder.
like a reminder spanking.
Yeah, she was 3 when I spanked her too. She probably don't even remember
don't.
it. So it was because she wouldn't clean her room. Because I told her 5 times. I said, Madison, clean your room. If I come back in here in 5 minutes and you're not cleaning your room, because she was under the bed, screwing around. She was like halfway out from under the bed. I was like, Madison, clean your room. I was
What
like,
if
if you
I
don't
was
clean
cleaning
your room.
under my bed like you tell me to do all the time?
No.
now?
You were laying on your back with your body halfway out of the bed, just screwing around. I was like, Madison, clean your room.
Why
I gotta
am I
tell you
envisioning
again.
her like coming? She like crawls up underneath the bed. Come and get me.
No, her bottom half was under the bed. Her top half was out. And she was just like, screwing around. And I'm like, what are you doing? Clean your room so you can be done with it. I was like, if I come back in here in 5 minutes and you haven't cleaned your room yet, I'm spanking you. I'm more like I said, I'm going to whoop your ass. But so I come back in 5
Probably.
minutes later. I think I even gave her a few extra minutes to come back in, and she's still under the bed. I said, get out from under the bed. And she came out from under the bed. I was like, I don't want to have to do this.
I don't want to do that. Yeah, that's
But
the
I
thing.
did.
As parents, we don't want to do it. That's the thing. You guys
But I
don't
did.
understand it.
I spanked her.
It's like one of the worst feelings in the
It
world.
is.
She
It's
cried.
terrible.
And I came back in 5 minutes later, and she was cleaning her room. I was like, so, problem solved.
Like
Don't tell me to not spank my kids. Fuck you.
Like
Snot
you
spank
don't.
your
You don't.
kids.
Snot
You didn't
spank your
believe
kids.
you didn't believe your parents when they said it was going to hurt you more than, or it was going to hurt them more than it hurt them.
It does. It hurts.
It really does. As parents, like
We don't
Especially
wanna
the
spank our
you
first
kids.
don't want to
time.
do it, and
Yeah.
then like you do it, and then you like, and then you walk out of the room, you're like, like it's
It
awful.
does.
I know the
It's
first time I
terrible.
made. Okay, so I made Xavier cry once, and I started crying too.
How are you making... he's not even
I
your
did-
child.
Okay, but I was watching him, and I didn't mean to. Okay, I can't even remember what he did now, but he was doing something he wasn't supposed to, and I just woke up. And, oh, I know what he did. He spilled his juice and everything because he's not supposed to have his cup out in the living room. He spilled his juice all over the couch and the floor and everything and stained it. So they were like, "Ah, May, it's all over the couch." I'm like, "What's all over the couch?" She rolled out of dead sleep. I was like, "What's all over the couch?" He's like, "The red juice." I'm like, "On that tan couch? The red juice? That's interesting. Who did that?" I snatched Xavier up. I said, "Xavier, go sit down at the table." And I kind of yelled at him a little bit. And he started crying. He was like, "I'm sorry." And I'm like, "You're not supposed to say that."
The only time she gets serious is whenever she's angry. She gets
Whatever.
angry, then she
Penny
starts
does that
crying.
too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. Anyway,
Can't help it. It's
let's move on here. I got a little bit from the internet this week.
We really went off topic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Spankings and shit.
Beating our kids.
Beating our kids.
Fuck
Yeah.
them kids.
So this week was, I don't know if you guys knew or not, Linkin Park announced their new lead singer. What's her name? Emily Armstrong. Emily Armstrong.
Yeah.
What happened to the other guy?
Chester?
Chester?
Sure.
He died?
A
Yeah,
like
long
fucking
time
70.
ago.
I could have died.
I knew that was going to happen.
Jesus. What
So
was
we
it?
brought up This is your fault for not knowing how Chester. Yeah.
Just set it somewhere.
Dude, this place
For
is
now.
falling apart. You're
Yeah.
just putting more paint on it.
You're just slapping paint on it.
I cover shit up. I paint it.
How did that fall? Because like
I don't know,
the
the
hook is
screw
still
is-
there.
So it
The
went
hook's
down and
still
went
up
back
there.
up. I fixed it once already. I just actually
warn
I take
us,
that back.
sister,
I
next
didn't
time.
fix
Is
it.
the
I
hook
just stuck it
rubber?
back on. No.
The way you described that, it did sound like, is it rubber?
It came down and went back up. Like I just stuck it back on earlier. I was like, this is probably gonna fall
You could have
again.
probably warned me.
I would have thought about it. I was like, nah, this will be
Actually,
fun.
What a
guys,
dick.
we have buttons under the table for all the posters. We've just been dying to use them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not really, but
what a dick.
Is the cat
No.
possessed?
anyway. So
Is someone throwing it?
I just want you guys' personal opinion. If you think that I don't know if you've heard anything from the new girls.
I've heard a
have
little.
heard it.
So the new
I've
song,
been kind of staying
the
out
new
of it.
song that they have doesn't sound bad.
Jeremiah likes it.
I don't think it sounds bad. I think she sounds fine because she's doing
Stay
her own.
away from the Linkin Park song.
Yeah, well-
so, like,
So they're doing their own thing, and which is fine.
Wait, how'd he die? You didn't remember.
he
he's-
killed himself?
Yeah, he committed suicide.
That sucks.
So, but she sounds fine. Like they got a new song out. It sounds fine. I don't mind it. I actually do like it.
Yeah, I mean, if
But
she
her singing their old stuff bothers me because she doesn't sound like Chester. She can't hit those notes that Chester could hit, like those high string. So I've got a couple of examples
All right.
for because this is whenever they
You're
come
gonna
out.
scare me away from it. I haven't even heard it yet.
This isn't their new song.
no, this is
This is just
her covering
her
an
covering.
old song.
So this is her covering One Step Closer. We're not going to listen to the whole song, obviously.
La la la.
Okay, we're going to skip this a little bit because I don't want to,
Just get to a part where she's singing.
if I can. The quality sucks. Like this part here where she's singing is fine. It's whenever she gets into the screaming stuff that like it just doesn't.
Everything you say to me, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe. Cause I'm one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I'm so cool.
Well, I don't really like live anyway.
Right.
It never sounds right.
I think that from here they're gonna have to build their own foundation of music,
Yeah,
stepping away from Chester stuff.
absolutely.
Like I wanted to get into
Everything you say to me. Shut up when I'm talking to you. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
like her. Like it's funny because like you think with a woman's voice she'd be able to hit higher notes than with what Chester could have, but he can hit the fucking screaming notes. Like, it's insane. Which is fine, I get that they're looking for something to they want to continue to
Yeah. I agree with you, though. I think that they're going to have to come up with their own foundation.
They're going to have
Yeah.
to build their own sound. And that new song that they have out sounds really good. It
Jeremiah
sounds
likes
like
it.
Linkin Park without
With
Chester.
with the new
With
singer.
a new singer, which is okay. I'm okay
Yeah,
with
you
that.
don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to do what he did.
Yeah.
Here's them doing In the End, which she doesn't do bad with. But it's funny because whenever they were doing tryouts for the band, there was another female lead singer that they were looking at, and she sounded better than this girl. I'm like, why wouldn't you just go with her? So I think that in their mind, they were looking to move away from Chester's sound.
It starts with one thing. I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. The design is trying to explain. Down below, watch the top. Everything inside, and even though I try. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to
Does
lose
not sound like a teenage
But in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. Doesn't even how hard you try.
Well, with her singing their own stuff.
I don't disagree. I think that
Tried so hard. Started the way you were mocking me, acting like I was part of your properties. Remembering all the times you fought with me. I'm surprised that God so things aren't the way they were before. You wouldn't even recognize me anymore. Not that you knew me back then, but it all comes back to
You're not going to be able to
kept everything aside, and even though I tried,
I agree.
it all comes back.
So there's also some controversy around
Yeah, I heard about that.
around her because apparently back during the Danny Masterson case, she was one of the people who came forward, and I guess because she was a part of the Church of Scientology, and I don't know if she still is or not.
Probably not. Not if she came forward.
Well, she came forward not against Danny Masterson. She stood with Danny Masterson and tried to be a character witness and say, well, I've got the article here from Deadline about it. Because I did some homework this week.
Yeah, I read a little bit about it.
So I'm going to essentially read you the Deadline thing. It says Emily Armstrong is addressing her connection to, because she ended up coming out with pretty much a letter to the people. It says, hey, this is this. It says Emily Armstrong is addressing her connection to Danny Masterson amid his recent sexual assault trial. Without naming the actor, the new Linkin Park singer shared a statement Friday to her Instagram story to clear up the air about something that had happened a while back. This is what she said. Following criticism of her perceived support of Masterson at the 2020 preliminary hearing. She goes on to say, several years ago I was asked to support someone I considered a friend at a court appearance, and went to one early hearing as an observer, she explained. Soon after, I realized I shouldn't have. I always try to see the good in people and misjudged him. I have never spoken with him since. Unimaginable details emerged, and he was later found guilty, which is true. He was found guilty of 2 counts of forcible rape and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. To say it, she continues, to say it as clearly as possible, I do not condone abuse or violence against women, and I empathize with the victims of these crimes, added Armstrong. Armstrong's statement comes after Masterson's accuser, Chrissy Carnell Bixler's husband, Cedric Bixler, Zavala, called out her support for That 70 Shows, That 70 Shows alum, as well as her alleged ties to the Church of Scientology in a recently recirculated comment. She goes on to say, do your fans know about your friend Danny Masterson? This is what Cedric Bixler or whatever is saying. Do your fans know about your friend Danny Masterson, your rapist friend? Wrote Bixler, adding, I'm surprised none of you wrote a letter on Danny Masterson's behalf, since your corny ass singer showed up to support him in the preliminary trials. Remember, Emily? Remember how your fellow Scientologist goon squad surrounded one of the Jane Does when she was trying to leave the elevators? The court sheriffs had to escort her away from your awful cult. How do you reconcile the homophobia found in the teachings of church founder L. Ron Hubbard's book, Dianetics? Whatever that means, whatever it is. Some book that I guess the church founder wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Although Masterson was not found guilty of Cornell Bixler's allegations, he was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison last September after he was convicted of 2 of 3 forcible rape charges. 7 years after late frontman Chester Bennington died, he by suicide, Linkin Park announced Thursday they're reuniting with Armstrong as the group's new lead singer, which is wild to me because, I mean, I don't hold anything against this girl. Nothing. It's not her fault. She didn't go rape these girls. Whatever. I don't know if she's still a part of the church. I don't think that she is, just given the fact that I doubt that Linkin Park as a band would want to be associated with the Church of Scientology. That's not the type of band that they are. But I don't hold any ill will against the girl, Emily Armstrong, because we don't know her personally. She thought she was just standing up for a friend who claimed to be innocent. That's all she was doing. And it turns out he wasn't, so therefore they're trying to point the finger at her and say, you're a piece of shit just like him.
I don't think they've given enough information.
Yeah, exactly.
On what?
On anything. Like, so she said, I was there, supporting a friend, right?
Yeah.
That's her side of the story. And
Right.
then the other side of the story is that she was there for preliminary hearings, which supports what she said. So that's what we know.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's really not enough information to really give us anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, to come out and say anything really negative at this point, you don't have enough information, really.
Right.
I mean, I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at is like, to come out and say that she's done anything wrong is a little bit ridiculous at this
It is
point.
ridiculous.
I guess,
especially he was found guilty back in 22?
22.
22, was it?
Yeah, I want to say.
And after 2 years, I mean, I don't know what she did before this. Was she in a band?
I have no idea.
What
This is the
was
first
she
I've ever
exactly?
heard of her.
This is the first I've ever heard of her. Also, I don't understand where she even came from.
I'm just saying it's like she becomes a part of this band and now all of a sudden
Yeah, she's on blast.
She's on blast
Yeah.
because I guess I'm just saying like unless you can really give me more information, I'm going with her because all of the information you're giving me is that she was there for the preliminary hearing, which is what she's already admitted to. So,
Okay, so she was, she's our age. She's born in 86. Wow. She's an LA native. Emily Armstrong is best known as the lead singer of hard rock band Dead Sarah, which I've never heard of. She first got into music at age 12 after being given a guitar as a birthday present. She later dropped out of school to pursue music with support of her parents. So she was in a band that I've never heard of. Yeah, she's 38. I'm gonna see if she's still. Hold on. I'm gonna see if she's still a member of the Church of Scientology. A member of
What's the Church of
the
Scientology?
church.
it's a cult.
Yeah, pretty much.
About what?
Of
Nobody really knows. I think it's
Yeah.
aliens or something.
Oh. Okay.
The only thing I really know is that
They
Tom
don't-
Cruise is like a huge thing in it. And,
yeah, he's got. Yeah.
and they do like personality tests. That's how they get people like pulled into it. And then L. Ron Hubbard is the founder, and nobody's seen his wife or somebody else's wife. Nobody's seen that person's wife in like 100 years, and everybody thinks she's dead, but they say she's not. It's a whole thing. Look into it. It's a black hole. You'll get pulled in.
Are there like documentaries on stuff?
No, you can just like Google it, and then like you'll
Just continue down
you'll
the
be on
rabbit
it for
hole.
weeks. It's a whole thing.
Hmm.
Like one thing, if you are a woman and you're having a baby and you're part of Scientology and you're having the baby, you cannot make one noise. You cannot scream. You cannot make any. And when the baby's born, the baby better not cry.
Okay, so
This has to
here's
be completely
so this is
silent in
from
that
Why?
Yahoo Entertainment. Emily Armstrong's ties to Scientology has sparked controversy since she was announced as Linkin Park's new lead singer. Allegations of her past involvement with the church and support for convicted individuals have led to intense scrutiny and backlash from fans. As Linkin Park makes its comeback, these connections raise concerns about Armstrong's past and their impact on the band's future. Here's a closer look into the controversies and how Armstrong and the band are handling them. Okay, so Emily Armstrong, the new vocalist, blah, blah, blah. Armstrong, known for her work in Dead Sarah, recently joined the band, blah, blah, blah. The band resumed activities after 7 years of hiatus, blah, blah, blah. Okay, in 2013, Armstrong attended the Church of Scientology's 44th anniversary gala. She was seen with high-profile Scientologists like John Travolta and Jenna Elfman. It's nuclear if Armstrong still has ties to the church, often labeled as a cult. Nonetheless, her past association with the event has drawn scrutiny. The controversy intensified when Armstrong attended one of Danny Master's. Okay, we already went through that. Armstrong responded to the criticism. Okay, the controversy surrounding highlights the challenges public figures face. Blah blah blah. Okay, so it doesn't even specifically say that she's even a member of the church. Armstrong, who co-founded the rock band Dead Sarah, made her link. Blah blah blah. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't say whether or not she's actually still a member of the church, or if she ever was, to be honest. It just says that she has ties to it. Now, I think that's something that she should probably
Cut ties with?
well, yeah, but also address. She needs to address that with people, because if that's the case, people are going to look at her. People are going to look at her in a really, really weird manner. You know what I mean? Like, why did you? You know what I mean? I don't think that Linkin Park would have anything to do with, but I don't know them personally either, so I don't know. It's just a weird.
I think
thing.
that to me, okay, like I don't like the Church of Scientology. I think
nobody
that it is,
does.
well,
Except
nobody
for the
does.
people who are
but
members.
I'm just saying that, like, I think that if anybody has a problem with her, it should be over the Danny Masterson thing. If they can prove that there is some kind of malice there, I don't think that the problem should be the Church of Scientology.
No,
because if that's her
well,
religion.
Look at like what's her face,
that's her
Lena.
religion.
What's her face?
Oh yeah, Suvari or. Yeah, was she? No.
Leah?
Oh, no, Leah Remini.
Leah Remini, yeah.
Well,
so she was a member. She got out.
Well, and I'm just saying,
all
there's
these
so many people in
leave.
Hollywood that are linked to it.
Yeah,
So
Tom Cruise, John Travolta, these guys are all members, and they still led successful careers.
So that's what I'm saying. If she's part of that church, then that shouldn't be the reason that she's looked down upon, I guess, is what I'm saying. Who cares? That's her religion, and if that's what she's into, then that's what she's into. If the Danny Masterson thing is a thing, then that's one thing. But if she's still a member of that church or whatever, then who cares?
Right.
I mean,
I guess I agree with that.
Yeah, put it down. But,
yeah,
I mean,
I would step away. From
step away,
that
but
place,
I mean, if that's what you want to do with your life, then
I agree.
by all means.
Anyway, I just wanted to touch base on that. See what you guys kind of thought about it. I think that the band itself, with her as their lead singer, will be successful. I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
They've already got a world tour planned, in the works. It's already planned, scheduled, and they've also just released their first single from the album, and they're working on releasing the full album. So if you guys are interested in that, it's on Spotify. Go check it out. It actually is a really good song. I will give them credit. They sound great, so it's a good song.
Yeah, just step away from the Chester stuff.
Yeah, it sucks. But what do you expect a band to do whenever their lead singer, he killed himself? You know what I mean? Like, what do you want them to do? You're like, oh man, no more band because one guy decided to be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, don't stop being a band. You guys were a really good band.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
Just.
And it wasn't just Chester that made the band. All of them.
No,
made it, you know what I mean?
No. There's a lot of good talent there, but just maybe create a new base, like you said.
I agree. Yeah, and I think that's what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, moving on. Let's move into our creator profile. Looks like Madison's going to read it because
she done ganked
she's
it,
already
man.
got it. You guys want to guess who it is?
Vince Vaughn.
Negative.
Damn it.
Earl Jam.
Who?
I heard Pearl Jam.
No, I said Earl.
Earl?
The guy that died?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who voiced Mufasa died.
Oh, James Earl Jones?
Yeah, James Earl Jones.
No.
Oh.
As much as I like him and as much as he's missed, he wasn't in this movie.
Yeah.
So,
Although he would have made a great.
I feel like we already did Ben Stiller. Did we already do Ben Stiller?
We've never done Ben Stiller.
Okay, was it Ben Stiller then?
Yeah, it's Ben Stiller.
Okay.
Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller.
Who is Ben Stiller?
Oh, he's
No.
an actor.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Joni loves Chachi.
Who is Ben Stiller?
You know, hold on. You know, watching this movie, I realized he would have made a great Vegeta. He's got the voice. He's got the hairline. He's even got the short stature. And the
Is he really that short?
No. He's not really that. He's short. He's like our height or something.
oh, he's a little shorter than us.
Is he?
Yeah,
So he's not
he's
very
like
big, but he's also really buff. And I'm like, that's Vegeta, dude.
He
all
actually
day.
does take very good care of himself.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, he looks good for his age.
Yeah.
And he does work out. But like, he looks like Vegeta to me. I'm like, dude.
Like, you
that's
see him in
Vegeta.
Tropic Thunder, dude. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's massive. He's huge. Like this, Tropic Thunder, and then like heavyweights. He was always in shape.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go ahead.
You said that whenever I started yawning.
Mi scusi.
You're excused. The son of comedians Jerry Stiller and Anne Marie. Oh my God, Mara.
Sure.
Yeah. Ben Stiller grew up in New York City early in his.
You know who
career.
Jerry Stiller is?
I'm gonna assume his father.
Yeah. No, I know that. But like, do you know who he is? He was George's dad on Seinfeld. Him and his wife are always yelling. You don't remember? Because you've seen
Yeah.
Seinfeld with me.
You've seen Zoolander, right? Did you ever watch Zoolander? No?
I think I tried to watch it and I didn't like it.
Yeah, you
Get
probably-
the hell out of here.
Yeah.
That's pretty stupid.
Fuck you.
No, I mean I like it because it's stupid.
I still have this shirt.
I just didn't like animal movies when I was a kid.
The school.
Zoolander. You think Zoolander's
The school
an
for
animal
kids who
movie?
don't read good.
Yeah.
Or read. What is it?
Yeah, it's
school
kids-
for kids who
I don't
don't
know
read
what I'm
too good.
talking
Don't read good
Huh?
and want to learn how to read
I don't
good
know
or
what I'm
whatever.
Yeah,
talking
something like
about.
that.
What is this? A school for ants?
What is this, a school for ants?
Yeah.
Zoolander is not an animal movie.
No.
No, it's not an animal
No.
movie.
Not
No,
at
it's
all.
it's
He's
about
about
models.
it's a model. He's a model, and like it's fucking it's
I
stupid.
don't
It
think
is
I've ever
it is
seen
so dumb, but
And,
it
like,
is
it's
so
got Will
fucking
Ferrell
funny.
in it, and it's funny.
Obey my dog.
Okay, we got two.
It's funny where they find the computer and they're trying to like the files are inside the computer, and they're like trying to hit it. How do you
In
get
the
him out?
in the computer? Oh,
And then they go to like the whole Stone Age like thing. They're like hitting it with sticks. It's funny.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
The part they're like
can't- I
trying
was
to be.
thinking
It's
about
funny
it.
I can't
that part
make
with
a left
Alexander
turn.
Skarsgård, and they're like pouring gasoline on themselves.
I think I was thinking about Zookeeper. Like
yeah, and then they
that
put
one guy in
the fountain up at the end. in
Yeah,
front of
for
the school.
them, and it's them holding the. It's dumb. It's so
All right,
fucking stupid.
My friends died in a freak gasoline accident.
He wrote for Saturday Night Live and created the short-lived The Ben Stiller Show. After directing and starring in several movies, he earned widespread fame for 1998 gross-out comedy There's Something About Mary. Stiller since starred in Zoolander as a successful Meet the Parents, as well as the successful Meet the Parents, and Night at the Museum films. Do you remember him from those? Well, the first one. I don't think I saw anything past the
I
first
think I
one.
only saw the first one.
What? Meet the Parents?
No, the Night at the Museum movies.
Oh, I've seen both.
I haven't seen him since they came out, though.
Seen Meet
At
the
least first
Fockers?
one.
Yeah, once.
I've seen it. I've seen all of the Meat movies. I think there's only two of them, aren't there? Meet the Fockers and Meet the Parents.
I've seen both of them. I've only seen Meet the Fockers once, though.
I thought wasn't there Little Fockers, Or they were talking
yeah,
about
I
doing
think
it.
so. I thought
or were
there
they
was.
just talking about doing it?
I only saw. I don't know.
I will look it up.
I thought they were talking about doing another Fockers movie.
Early life and career. Benjamin Edward Maris Stiller, my God, was born on November 30th, 1965 in New York City, the second child of famed comedians Jerry Stiller and Ann Mara. Mara, right?
2010, Little
Sure.
Fockers.
Okay, so there was a Little Fockers movie.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
I think I watched it once and it was just like forgettable. One of those things. Yeah, that's right, because they were trying to
was
move
that
into the
one
house.
with the baby where
They were trying to
the-
move into the new house and everything because they're, yeah. And yeah, I remember. Because
'Cause,
it
like,
also
in
had
the-
what's his face in
Little
it.
kids.
It had Harvey Keitel
Oh,
in
no,
it
I didn't
as
see that
the
one.
contractor that was supposed to be building their house.
The last one I saw had a baby in it, and like the grandpa was
Yeah,
like
that was-
breastfeeding the baby.
That was
that
Meet the Fockers.
Okay, well that's the last one I saw.
Raised on Manhattan's Upper West Side, he attended the University of California at Los Angeles, but left in 1984 after only 9 months. He then made his acting debut in a Broadway revival of The House of Blue Leaves in 1985. Saturday Night Live.
You know, he was an executive producer on The Ruins?
I did not.
Yeah. That's weird.
2 years later, Stiller made his big screen debut in Fresh Horses, starring alongside Brat Pack members Molly Ringwald and Andrew McCarthy. The fact that the film was a disaster didn't faze Stiller, whose next gig in 1989 was as a writer for the sketch comedy show Saturday Night Live. He described the backstage atmosphere there as very negative and disillusioned. Left for Los Angeles after just 5 weeks on as an SNL writer. Do you really think it'd be that negative back there
Yes.
What, as a writer?
for Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories about them being a bunch of assholes.
Isn't that what the new movie's coming out is about?
No, that's about the whenever
The
Saturday
startup
Night Live
show.
first
Starting up.
started. I think it's supposed
That's
to be about the
Lorne
first
Michaels
show.
trying to get it off the ground.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh. The Ben Stiller Show. In Los Angeles, Stiller began... I think I just had a seizure.
Oh, those are called brain farts.
No, I know how to read still.
No, it's called a brain fart.
Still know how to read.
Whatever. So read.
I lost my place.
Shut up.
In the Los Angeles, Stiller began work on The Ben Stiller Show, a half-hour sketch comedy that aired on MTV before being picked up by Fox for a brief run. Like Saturday Night Live during the 1970s and 80s, but The Ben Stiller Show became a fertile breeding ground for young, hip comics, with Bob Odenkirk, Andy Dick, and Janine Garofalo. Garofalo. Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome.
Among the talents who wrote or acted for the program. Despite positive critical reviews, the show was canceled after just 12 episodes, though Stiller and his co-writers did win an Emmy for Outstanding Writing in a Variety or a Music program in 1993.
Man, with all that talent, sounds like it was just ahead of its time.
Reality Bites. Stiller's next project was directing and acting in Reality Bites 1994, a film about the issues plaguing a group of college graduates, starring Winona Ryder, Ethan Hawke, and Garofalo, and often seen as a glorification of Generation X and the values commonly associated with it. Reality Bites was unpopular with critics but became a minor cult classic. Stiller then embarked on directing A Simple Plan, but 6 weeks into production, he had a falling out with Savoy Pictures?
Sounds good.
After budget issues and abandoned the picture. Flirting with Disaster, the Cable Guy. Stiller returned to the big screen in the David O. Russell comedy Flirting with a Disaster in 1996, playing a young father searching for his birth parents. Then he directed and appeared in the offbeat comedy The Cable Guy in 1996, which starred Jim Carrey and Matthew Broderick. There's Something About Mary. It was Stiller's starring role in the gross-out comedy There's Something About Mary, 1998, alongside Cameron Diaz and Matt Dillon, that propelled him to widespread fame. The following year, the comedian co-wrote the mock self-help book, Feel This Book, an essential guide to self-empowerment, spiritual supremacy, and sexual satisfaction.
You just made a new word.
With Garofalo. Meet the Parents and sequels. In 2000, Stiller appeared with Jenna Elfman and Edward Norton in Keeping the Faith and teamed with Hollywood veteran Robert De Niro and Blythe Danner for the side-splitting comedy Meet the Parents. The film's success eventually led to the creation of two sequels, Meet the Fockers and Little Fockers, 2004 and
Watch your
2010.
fucking mouth.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa. Zoolander and the Royal Tenenbaums. In 2001, Stiller appeared in distinctly contrasting roles on the big screen. Zoolander, satirical. I got this. Satirical.
We have faith in you.
You're no better.
What?
You're no
I was
better.
trying to compliment you.
That was not a compliment.
It was a compliment.
That was not a compliment.
Sounded like a compliment, didn't it?
No, it didn't. Karen, you're not supposed to agree with him.
Look at this book.
Pretty pages.
There's a ghost on
That's
it.
a good color, huh?
There's a ghost on it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Next
Continue.
He's in $600 sheets.
Joseph, what'd you say? Oh, no, you're right. Never mind.
question. I lost my place. Satirical look, oh my god, at the fashion industry
He's like,
was more of his typical goofy effort. However, he also...
What are you doing? You just stopped and looked at the TV like...
she's like,
I'm sorry. Was that expensive piece?
she just like
Jeez.
trailed off to
Like, der?
What was it? What was over
I
there?
thought the TV did something. It scared
No.
me.
You're
Didn't do
killing me,
anything.
Smalls.
Yeah.
I saw that
Thank
in the
you.
corner of my
I was
eye.
looking at it like I wish I had that button.
I got you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's the doll. It's making me lose sleep or something. I'm about to go into like sleep deprivation and start hallucinating if I haven't already. Karen doesn't know what I'm talking about, and remind me before you leave to show you because
Okay.
I love it.
I award
Okay.
you no
I'm
points,
pretty sure our house is haunted now.
and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, finish
That's
it
the
up.
right button for that.
Finish it up.
However, he also showed a serious side as a fiercely protective father in the Wes Anderson comedy drama The Royal Tenenbaums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can hear you, right? Sitting right next to you.
What'd I say?
Just read.
He doesn't know.
Just read.
Starsky and Hutch. Starsky.
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 That's what I said. And Hutch. Dodgeball, Along the Polly. In 2004, Stiller teamed with Owen
Along
Wilson.
came Polly?
What did I say?
You said along Polly.
That's what I said. Stiller teamed with Owen Wilson for an
Just let
update
it
of
be.
the classic TV action comedy Starsky and Hutch, and played Vince Vaughn's nemesis in the comic Spoof. It's such a silly word. Spoof.
Put that cookie down!
I don't have a cookie. Spoof. See what you did? I just lost my place. He also paired with Jennifer Aniston for the romantic comedy Along Came Polly.
That one's pretty funny.
Night at the Museum franchise.
It's funny because whenever I see Jennifer Aniston in a romance comedy or anything like that with another like comedian, I'm thinking like, you don't even belong in this movie. You're way too hot for whatever dude you're in the movie with.
Is that the one where they're playing basketball and God, I can't remember his name, but they're like playing basketball and he comes up alongside Ben Stiller and like he's all sweaty and stuff and he like
No, that's
I thought that was Along Came Polly.
maybe.
I'm pretty sure it's Along Came Polly.
I don't know. I don't remember.
It's really funny.
What we got?
That part.
Tropic Thunder, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, The Meyerowitz Stories, Escape at Dannemora.
The Secret Life of Walter Mitty or whatever, that's actually a good movie.
Never seen it.
And it's not him being funny either.
Yeah, I heard. He does pretty good at drama.
Yeah.
Okay. Voice crack. In 2006, Stiller channeled his brand of neurotic humor toward younger audiences for Night at the Museum. A huge hit, it spawned the sequels, Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian, 2009, and Night at the Museum,
Yeah.
Secret of the Tomb,
It was.
2014. Tropic Thunder, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Bert cracks me up every time.
Stiller directed and starred in Tropic Thunder 2008 and the remake of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty 2013, drawing mixed reviews. During this period, he also appeared alongside Eddie Murphy in the comedy caper Tower Heist 2011 and reunited with
That movie
Vaughn
was dog
for
shit.
The Watch
Never
in
seen it. It was
2012.
It
The
wasn't even good. You think with those two powerhouses in it, it would have been funny? It wasn't.
I don't know. Eddie Murphy's kind of lost a little bit of his spark.
He has lost a little bit. He was good in the new Beverly Hills Cop.
I still have to watch that.
The
Yeah,
Funny
he was good
Man
in that.
then reprised one of his most famous roles in 2016 was Zoolander 2. Got it. The Meyerowitz stories escape at Dannemora. After starring in a pair of 2017 comedy dramas, The Meyerowitz stories and Brad
got the black
Status,
lung,
Stiller
Pop.
resumed his focus on...
That's the. I got the black lung, Pop.
And the way he's walking now.
Everybody's
Everybody's working for the... Yeah, he's like...
You haven't seen Zoolander.
You gotta watch
It's so-
Zoolander.
It's so good. It's so good. It's funny because like Ben Stiller's best
Was he
comedic
using like a
roles.
very tiny ass pig too?
No, he's got a regular size
But
pic.
before that, he was like using like a very tiny. Pig.
No, you're thinking of the cell phone.
Yeah, he did have a really small cell phone. Hello.
You
And he
know,
was like,
the little tiny antenna.
it's funny because Ben Stiller's best roles, the only time I like him is whenever he's playing an offbeat role, like something that isn't him being like in Something About Mary. He's not the funniest part of that movie.
I need to watch that again because I don't remember it being funny to me.
It's funny, but it's dark funny. But like, he's not the funniest part. Like, the funniest parts are
remember it
like the
being
ones with Matt
predictable.
Dillon and shit like that.
I just
like,
remember it being predictable. The only part that I laughed at was the Frankenbeans part. That was the only part that made me laugh.
Frankenbeans.
Yeah, that was the only part that made me laugh.
It's just like those movies. I'm like Duplex or whatever he did with Drew Barrymore. Not funny.
I don't remember.
It wasn't
I don't think I
him
ever saw
playing
that.
it up like for laughs or anything. Like he was trying to play a more serious. Like Meet the Parents. Not a huge fan because I mean I like the movie. It's funny, but not because of him.
It's funny, but it's predictable.
It's predictable, but also like he's not funny in those movies.
Yeah.
Because he's being like this average Joe. I like it whenever he plays those characters like in Dodgeball and Heavyweights and shit like that, where he's playing this really ridiculous character.
Yeah, I agree. Like, but I like movies with him in it that are, like I don't mind. What was that Alien movie we watched that had him?
The Watch.
Yeah, The Watch.
Yeah.
He's a normal guy in that, but I like that movie. It's still funny.
No, I'm not saying that
He's
the
not
movies are
funny.
bad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is he's not funny.
Yeah,
Unless
he's
he's
not the
playing a
funniest
role
part.
like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's not funny in that. You're right. Vince Vaughn, the other characters in that movie make that movie funny.
Was it Owade? He's the funniest part in that movie.
Who?
Was his name?
Oh yeah. The dude from IT Crowd.
Yeah,
he's
God,
fucking great.
Oh my God, he's the best part in
Yeah,
that.
he needs to do more movies.
Yeah, he does.
I love that dude. Go ahead.
Sorry.
After starring in a pair of 2017 comedy dramas, The Meyerowitz stories and Brad Status, Stiller resumed his focus on directing with the Emmy-nominated Escape at Dannemora 2018, a 7-part series based on the true story of an infamous 2015 prison breakout that sparked a massive manhunt. Personal. In May 2000, Stiller married the actress Christine Taylor. Christine?
Mm-hmm.
That's the girl from Dodgeball.
Yep.
The blonde girl.
Who was
The
known
one that
for...
acted like she was like, ugh, every time you can. That cracks me up. They're married, but she has to pretend she's appalled by him. Like,
Yeah.
that is hilarious
Yeah,
to
it is
me.
funny. Because she's
I'm
also in
sure
the
she
Zoolander
had-
It
movies.
just threw up. In my
Oh, yeah,
mouth.
I'm sure. That's just hilarious to me, though, you know?
She's in the Zoolander movies, too.
Uh-huh.
The part where she, like, bashes his head against the wall, though. It's like, you're not to touch me. It's like, nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Michelle. And then he hops on the back of his scooter. That's probably one of the best parts of the whole movie. I don't care.
No, I like when he's pumping up his junk.
Oh, yeah.
Or he's reading the dictionary.
It's just light reading.
Oh,
just
yeah.
light reading.
I like to do a little light reading.
Are you reading the dictionary?
Are you reading the dictionary?
It's
Yeah.
Give my mind a mental sweat too.
So stupid.
Who is known for her role as America Brady in the Brady Bunch movie.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
That really happened.
1995, and later starred in Zoolander. The couple had 2 children before announcing their split in 2017, though they continue to attend public events together, including 2019 Emmy Awards.
So they're split up?
In
Are they back together?
In October 2016, Stiller reviewed on the Howard Stern show that he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer 2 years earlier and that doctors were able to successfully treat the disease because of the early detection. It came out of the blue for me. I had no idea, Stiller told Stern. At first, I didn't know what was going to happen. I was scared. It just stopped everything in your life. After all, you can't plan for a movie because you didn't know what's going to happen. He said he went public with his diagnosis to raise awareness about early detection and the PSA or prostate specification antigen test, which helps doctors screen for the disease. I wanted to talk about it because of the PSA test. I feel like the test saved my life, he said.
So they're back together?
Yeah, during COVID, they quarantined together so they could be with their kids, like their kids and everything could be all together, and they reconciled during that time.
Well, that's cool. Good for them. I'm glad for that. I like her. I think she's...
Yeah, I think
she was
they're
great
together.
in the Brady Bunch movie. I think she's funny when she wants to be.
Jan.
Yeah, she gets her... Marsha. But yeah. All right, favorite Ben Stiller movie. It's kind of a tough one, really. He's got some good ones.
I have like 2, but for different reasons, and it's because like, okay, so for Zoolander, because he's the funniest part in that movie. He is the funniest part of that movie. And then Tropic Thunder, because every single time I watch that movie, I laugh because of that starfish moment. Like, it doesn't matter. Every fucking time I watch that and he throws that kid off his fucking back, I laugh. So...
It's Tropic Thunder for me, for
yeah,
sure.
like, it's a toss-up. I don't know which one to pick.
For me...
I guess it's for Ben Stiller, I'll have to pick Zoolander.
As a movie, I'm going to go with Tropic Thunder also. I fucking love that movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Ben Stiller himself, he's done a lot of great roles. I love him in Heavyweights. I love him in this.
I haven't seen Heavyweights yet.
He's the best part of Dodgeball. I love him in Mystery Men, which is another movie we didn't even touch on. That. Mystery Men's an amazing movie.
Yeah, it is.
And then I love him in Zoolander.
When I'm angry.
So I think him as like my favorite characters of his would have to be probably... I'm going to say Zoolander also. He's fucking great as Zoolander. But movie, I'm going with Tropic Thunder.
See, that's where I'm at. Like, if I'm having to pick for Ben Stiller, I'm going to say Zoolander. But if I'm picking a movie, I'm picking Tropic Thunder.
Yeah. I used to hate Zoolander. It's one of the movies where you got to take it for what it is and not take it seriously.
Oh, dude, I fucking...
Because we were like, that movie is fucking retarded. That's the point.
Yeah.
That is the point of that movie. It is fucking stupid.
You shut your mind off and just enjoy the comedy. Just enjoy the...
You're a hand model?
Yeah.
You stepped on my hand, you bitch.
Just like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, that's another one I need to probably go back and rewatch. All right. Do you have a favorite movie? Dodgeball? Really? You haven't seen enough of his movies.
You got to watch Zoolander and Tropic Thunder. God,
I think you've seen Tropic Thunder, haven't you?
That starfish moment
didn't watch
every
it?
fucking time, dude.
Tropic Thunder's a shit. But it's more. But it's also
kid?
like an action comedy in a way.
Fucking Pepito or some shit. What did he name that kid?
I don't remember.
God, it cracks me up every fucking time.
I don't remember. You went full retard. Never go full retard.
God, I fucking love that.
All right. Moving on.
What the hell have you been watching?
What's everybody been watching this week? Eric, what do you watch, man?
Oh fuck.
You're gonna write down our time.
Yeah, I better write that down. I had the.
Do your job.
Do your job, dude. God. So stupid. Shut up and eat, Tina.
Dude,
Give me your tots.
let me have one of your tots.
No, get your own.
Oh,
Your chapstick.
you wasted
I
some
don't
of my
feel
tots.
good.
Gross.
So I went to see the new Beetlejuice movie Friday.
Apparently everybody's going to see it.
I went and
Yeah,
watched
we
it Friday.
we went together.
Madison went. Everybody went to see fucking Beetlejuice.
What time did you go and see it Friday?
5:30.
You guys must have watched the one right before we got there.
Probably.
We went at 7:20.
Yeah, because we left it.
And they ate something.
Was it 8?
I think.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you
because
guys
they don't
were there
fucking start
while
till
we
like
were there.
6.
Yeah, it didn't start till that.
It's. I'll wait for it to come out on digital. I've heard good things about it. I just don't want to go to the theater to see it. It's just
Deadpool was a special case for him.
Deadpool was a very special case. I don't go to the theater for much, man. I don't like people during
That's why
my
you
watching
go
experience.
Whenever no one else is there.
Yeah, I know, but like
it wasn't too bad. Wasn't really that bad for it.
It's
Like
gotta be doing-
crowded wise.
it's
It
got to
wasn't-
be
it
doing
wasn't-
great at the box office because everybody I've talked to, like, yeah, we went and saw Beetlejuice.
Well, of course it is. I mean, like it was highly anticipated.
Yeah, I'm glad people are like. I've heard good things. I've heard that it's good, not great, but it's good. So I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. Karen's giving me that look, like, no, you didn't like it.
I'll talk about it when it's my turn.
Okay, that's fine. What do you think of Beetlejuice?
Meh.
Meh. Okay.
Meh.
We grew up on this though, man.
I mean,
It's got a
for
huge
me.
thing
It
to
does
look-
not compare to the first.
Yeah. Right.
It just.
Never going to.
I mean,
Yeah, that's why I was weary. I'm like, why even do this?
It's totally unnecessary.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, completely
they
unnecessary.
should have stopped after the first one, in my opinion.
Right.
Other than that, what else did I watch?
Don't think too hard. Transformers 2.
You can.
I'm gonna have Michael Bay kick you in the dick.
Dude, if Michael Bay kicked me in the dick, there would most likely be an explosion.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Boom, explode.
My balls would explode.
Boom, bitch. Come back to me. I'm probably have more.
Brain fart.
Yeah, I'm having a brain fart. I know I watched Beetlejuice, but that's about all I can think of right now because this weekend was just jam packed.
I can't believe you went to the theater, didn't watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
That wasn't my choice. I wanted to. I just didn't have nobody to go with.
It's disappointing, man.
I had nobody to
Dude,
go with.
be like the one weirdo that was sitting in there whenever me and Ada went.
No,
Dude, he was
I
sitting
will
right in
never
front of us,
go to a movie
and he
theater
was
by
alone.
myself.
And you the
I
whole
would.
time you just
I've
hear
done it,
Never.
bro. It's great.
I will.
You ain't
never.
got to worry about sharing your popcorn with nobody. You got to worry about, like, me and Chris go to the theater. She wants to hold my hand or touch
I don't
or
care
something.
about eating popcorn or sharing popcorn because I don't never eat all the popcorn.
I do.
Oh no,
I love I love
can't.
movie theater popcorn.
It
Dude.
fucks
It's
my
one of my
stomach
favorite
up.
things.
We went into the movie theater. me
I'll
and
drink
Ada,
my pop
and there
more
was
than
this
all.
guy sitting in front of us during
I'll
the Deadpool movie.
guzzle the fuck
and
out
every
of
time
pop.
something
Extra
funny
butter on
happened,
that
he
shit,
giggled
please.
Yeah, I'll
Say
eat the fuck out of the
something
popcorn. I
to
love it. It's just it
himself.
fucks my stomach
There
up.
was no
Maybe he's
one
his
around
own best
him.
friend. You don't know.
And I was just sitting there like,
Oh, Fall Guy.
because I'd already seen the movie once
Have you
before,
seen
so
it?
I already knew what was gonna happen. And every time I knew something was gonna happen, I kind of like looked down at him. He giggled to himself, say something, and keep watching the movie.
Have you seen Fall Guy before? Had you already
No,
seen
this
it?
is my first time watching
like it?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the love thing was kind of unnecessary.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I felt like it would have been a better movie without it.
I think it just made more of the corniness to the movie.
A little bit, yeah. But
So
I just
that's
I didn't
what I
care
enjoyed
for
about
I guess.
it. I enjoyed it because it was more corny
Yeah.
in a sense. Made it more corny of a movie.
Well, they made it pretty clear in
Have
the,
you guys
the
seen
trailer.
the trailer?
They did,
that
yeah.
was going to be a
Yeah.
you know
Have you
part
guys
of it.
seen the trailer for the new Minecraft movie?
Oh,
I don't
Dude,
wanna talk about
everybody's
it.
hating
it's so
on it.
cringe.
I know.
It's not good.
Well, I thought they did it on purpose. That's why I was
There's a
laughing at it
Minecraft
so bad
movie
whenever I
coming
first
out.
saw it.
I don't know what to
It
make of
looks
it.
bad.
I know they need to stop putting Jack Black in every video game adaptation.
That's true.
So
But
Oh,
yeah, I think that's about
it
all I've
looks
seen.
bad.
it does. It looks really bad, but I'm
all right,
gonna laugh it because I know I want to laugh at it.
I'll watch it.
I'm
but
gonna watch it
you know,
because I know I want.
but I knew the Borderlands movie wasn't going to be any good either, and it was It fucking bombed.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't watched it either.
I'm probably not going to watch it.
I feel like I need to. So, go ahead. What would you watch, Karen?
I watched The Ghosts of Borley Hall Rectory. Not good. Old
Rectum?
Rectory.
Rectoramery?
The Signal, Kill Theory, Dance of the Dead, 1408, Day of the Beast, The Omen, Family Guy, and The Omen 2. And then Beetlejuice. So my take on it, I didn't hate it. Totally unnecessary. I did enjoy watching Justin Theroux cosplay as Steven Seagal. That was fun.
What?
Justin Theroux cosplaying as Steven Seagal. That
How
was
was
kind
he?
of fun.
How was he cosplaying as Steven
Oh, he
Seagal?
totally looked like Steven Seagal.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did.
He
He
did.
did.
He totally looked like Steven Seagal. He had the
ponytail.
ponytail and the. Yeah, he was totally
yeah.
cosplaying like he. That's exactly what he reminds you of.
Really?
100%.
Isn't that her dad?
No, it's her boyfriend in the movie. It's Winona Ryder's
Lydia's
boyfriend.
dad or boyfriend?
Yeah.
I thought it was. I was thinking maybe it was Jenna Ortega's character's dad.
No.
No,
Very big kiss ass.
And then
that's weird. Why does she need a boyfriend for the movie?
It was just
You'll
it is
see.
a plot point.
yes.
So,
And then finally, I felt like Monica Bellucci and Willem Dafoe's characters were completely useless.
I heard. I've been hearing that.
They didn't need to be there.
I heard that
whole-
Monica Bellucci was a very
that
underutilized
whole plot
character.
didn't need to be
Who's-
there. If
That's
it
what I
was
heard.
not there, because the main plot that happens with Jenna Ortega and Lydia, that main plot with Beetlejuice and all that, if that was just
The
what you
focus.
focused on, that would have been just fine. And it was actually like a really cool plot. And it would have been just fine.
You're talking about the wife?
Yeah, Monica Bellucci.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
The
whole
Soul
thing.
Sucker.
Yeah,
There was
I
no
know.
need for that. If they'd have just done away with that and it wasn't in the movie at all, totally cool, totally fine.
It would've
She
made no
looked
difference.
cool.
Yeah, she did.
I
But-
heard that.
but
I
that's
heard that
it.
her character was cool in that, but
Hot too.
It was kind of cool
It's
to see,
Monica
like,
Bellucci.
I guess, like, his background, but it's totally unneeded and unnecessary. I don't really care about his background.
I don't either.
need to
That's
know.
another thing. I think that keeping Beetlejuice in this shroud of mystery
Well, yeah, and,
is a
like,
good
I don't,
thing. Like, why
I
do we
don't
need to know about his
I
background?
don't want to know what he was like in life. I don't want to
Fair.
know. I don't care, I guess. I like him as who he is. I like him as the ghost
Yeah.
with the most. So just,
Yeah.
you know. So, I didn't hate it, but it's unnecessary, and they didn't need to do it.
Okay.
I was entertained. I will say that. I was highly entertained the whole time.
Just
I
feel like-
laughed. I was glued. I was interested. But it's unnecessary.
Rate it.
Rate it 6.5.
I was gonna say 6.
Yeah, 5.
I was
for
gonna
me.
give it a 6.
6. Okay. Well, what else did you watch?
Me? Once Upon a Time.
That's it.
Descendants.
All right. I didn't watch much either. Well, Space Marine 2 came out, so I've been trying to play that. It's an awesome fucking game, by the way. I was very happy with it. Worth my money. Also, though, we finished that Worst X Ever. There was like 2 more episodes that we needed to watch. We watched them. It's a good show. So if you're into like the whole documentary about that kind of shit, it's good. It's on Netflix. Also, I watched an episode of From, which is that.
Oh, I've been
Series.
dying. Is it good?
So I'm on season 2.
Oh,
I haven't seen. All we saw was season 1.
and is it good?
I don't know yet. I've only seen 1 episode. So
No, on season 1. Like, is
Oh
it?
yeah, the first episode
Oh
or
my
first
God,
season's really
I'm
good.
dying to watch it.
That's why I don't know why we never picked it back up and continued it, because I was like, I really like the first season. It gives me. You seen Wayward Pines? M. Night Shyamalan show from a few years back.
God, I feel like I have.
The first season had Matt Dillon in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I know what you're talking about.
And then the second season had what's his face from Lost Boys in it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name.
Well, all the names.
Michael.
Yeah, he played Michael. Yeah,
Jason Patrick.
Jason Patrick. He was in the second season. I didn't watch the second season. I only watched the first.
I think I started the second season. I don't think I finished it though.
I think I started it like an episode or 2, and I couldn't get into it, so I was like, I kind of stepped away from it. But I kind of think it was because it didn't have Matt Dillon in it. So I think that's why. Because I love Matt Dillon. I think he's great. But the From is a really good show.
Which one of those guys is Matt Dillon?
That guy right there.
Gotcha.
That's Matt Dillon. Oh, yeah, I guess his name is on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, how did she know Matt Dillon was there?
How did she know? And I was like, oh.
How did she know?
Yeah.
Guys.
Anyway, he was pretty much like the instigator of that group.
Yeah.
He was the instigator.
I can tell.
So, but anyway, he was a hard ass. Anyway, From is really good. The first season was good. Second, Crystal's not, like, she was in the mood for, like, she's been in this weird mood for, like, documentaries and
She gets
murder
mood
stuff
at the beginning of every winter.
all the time. She's always in the mood for that shit, and I'm like, I don't feel like watching.
Oh no, it's spooky season.
And she's like, I'm like trying to watch From, and she's like, but this is boring. I'm like, it's not boring though if you just pay attention. She just wasn't in the mood for it, so we didn't continue another episode. I will be continuing the series, even without her. She said we were laying in bed last night. We watched we watched that new Matt Rife special on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it. It's a crowd. What does it call that? A crowd work special.
He's really good at that. That's pretty much
what he does. It was pretty. It had a few funny moments, but I wasn't really entertained by it that much. I don't think I was really in the mood for it. I was like, fuck it, let's watch this. Crystal's like, fine, I just need something to go to sleep to. She ended up not going to sleep to it. She said, next time we need to watch something that you like so I can fall asleep. I was like, all right, low blow, but okay.
Ouch.
So I was like, fine, anime it is. Because I've watched the first episode of that Terminator Zero that's on Netflix that just came out. It's an anime. And I really liked that first episode, so I want to get into more of that. I thought it was really cool. And it's got a really good Rotten Tomatoes score. So I want to watch more of that.
Anime on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It's so weird. They're mixing
Technically,
Hulu
Disney
on
owns
Disney.
a few of the Dragon Ball Z movies.
Yep.
How?
They acquired them from
fucking
Fox.
Disney.
They acquired them from Fox.
They own everything.
They don't own all of Dragon Ball Z. They just own a couple of the movies.
But
the
they
rights
will.
of the movies. I think it's a couple of. I think it's actually the Dragon Ball Super movies. I think it's the Resurrection F or whatever, something like that.
Not the Broly though, right?
I don't know. Anyway, that's all I watched. I didn't get into a lot this week. Like I said, I've been trying to play that game, and I've just been busy. So anyway, let's move on. Let's get into our fucking movie this week.
Let's talk about the movie.
Now that we're over
If you can
an
dodge a
hour
wrench, you can dodge a ball. What?
Now that we're over an hour in.
Yeah, we'll be right.
Yeah.
The plot
I'm
synopsis
sure.
isn't very long. Or the plot isn't, I mean.
It's not very much to unpack, I'm sure.
no.
It's
Kinda
All right, so
gonna be fine.
this week we watched Dodgeball with Ben Stiller, Matt, all them. I'll let
those guys.
I'll let you read the plot synopsis.
I got you. When megalomaniacal White Goodman, the owner of a trendy high-end fitness center, makes a move to take over the struggling local gym run by happy-go-lucky Peter LaFleur, there's only one way for LaFleur to fight back: dodgeball. Aided by a dodgeball guru and Goodman's attorney, LaFleur and his ragtag team of underdogs launch a knockdown, drag-out battle in which the winner takes all. Vince Vaughn as Peter LaFleur, Christine Taylor as Kate Veach, Ben Stiller, White Goodman, Rip Torn as Patches O'Houlihan, Justin Long plays Justin, Stephen Root as Gordon. I mean, there's like a million people in
There
this.
is a lot of people in this
Joel
movie.
David Moore as Owen, Chris Williams as
Jason
Dwight,
Bateman's in it.
Alan Tudyk, Steve the
Yeah.
Pirate.
Yeah.
Missy Pyle is Fran. I mean, I could just keep
It goes
going.
on,
Gary
yeah.
Cole, Jason Bateman, Hank Azaria, Lance Armstrong's in
Lance
it.
Armstrong makes an appearance.
I mean, everybody's fucking in this movie.
The whole time I'm listening to Lance Armstrong talk about his medals. I'm thinking like,
Bro.
you mean the medals that you don't have anymore?
I know. I thought, oh my god, this aged so badly.
so
This whole
bad.
Lance Armstrong.
He's
bit
like, yeah,
just-
I'm glad I never gave up on this and that and blah blah blah. Whenever I got cancer, and like,
I know.
you were on steroids.
I know. I mean, it was kind of funny the whole bit where he's like, so what are you? What kind of malady do you have that you can't go and do this? And like, kind of like giving him a guilt trip,
know, right? Yeah, see, I told you.
but it's
Disney.
still aged badly.
It's so funny, though.
But
All
it's included within the Hulu subscription. That's why.
Yeah, but I think it's part of Fox. Like, Fox distributed the movie or something, so they own rights to the movie or something.
Just like a bunch of this anime that's on Hulu. It's on Disney.
Naruto's on here.
Yep.
Akira's on there, too. Yeah, hell yeah.
Fire Jujutsu Kaisen. I like that anime.
All right, so let's go around the table. Would you watch? Would you recommend, Eric?
That's not even a question to ask. Of course.
Of course. It's a dumb comedy. Of course I would.
Yeah.
That's my go-to is dumb comedies.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. That's why you like Transformers, too.
That's not a comedy, though. That's
It is to me.
not
It's a dumb comedy to me.
I hate those movies. With a burning passion, I cannot stand
the
them.
None
None of them.
Yeah.
When you get a bump for Transformers, just like Optimus Prime transforming. Like that sound. Every time he
Every
talks.
time
like,
Eric talks.
Yeah. He talks and
I
transforms.
don't know. I liked them when they first came out. I don't know. I'd probably.
Well, the first one was good. Then the second one was like, what the fuck is this garbage?
They started fucking going downhill after that because it was just they started
It's
fucking
all
just,
cash grab, money, flashing lights, explosions,
Yep.
and Lincoln Park.
Even after this, I want to say the second one was just cut it out.
Yeah, I agree. Karen, would you watch? Would you recommend?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, I would say I'm not. So this movie isn't as funny as I remember it being. It's still funny. Don't get me wrong. Not as funny as I remember it being. I will say though, I would recommend it to people who need a comedy to watch that have never seen it. If you've never seen this movie and you're looking for a good comedy, this is the one. That like, all right, you've probably seen all these other comedies, but have you seen Dodgeball? If not, then watch it. Will I watch it again? Probably, because White Goodman is fucking great in this movie. So, because like Vince Vaughn, dude, is not a very good character in this movie. He's very, very boring.
It's like he's phoning it in.
It definitely feels like he's phoning it in a little bit in this movie. So I'm not impressed with him. But the other characters in the movie are great, like Pirate Steve, and you know what I mean, like Steve the Pirate. He was great.
Steve the Pirate.
Yeah, like those guys are all awesome. Those guys are hamming it up. But like Vince Vaughn just wasn't. He was so boring for what Vince Vaughn is good for. You're like, this guy's. It's just like a lot of the moments where it just seems like he just doesn't give a shit to be there.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if that was the case or if he was going through something, because I doubt he was like, because this is like the beginning of his career. You know what I mean? Like, I doubt he was just phoning this in.
Maybe
So,
he thought that was the character.
Maybe, possibly, but I just like, I'm used to Vince Vaughn's quippy, witty, snarky bullshit, and I didn't get really any of that out of it.
Of course, there wasn't a lot of like wittiness to this character, so maybe that's what we're getting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
It was a kind of flat character. He wasn't really.
But they
like
could have made I guess maybe it was the way he was written.
Yeah.
But
now that I think
add
about
something
it,
to it, man. You know what I mean?
No, he could have, but I'm just saying, like, he was kind of written that way.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Anyway, Madison, what would you watch? Recommend?
I'd probably watch it again. And recommend it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on in. I'll read the plot for the movie.
You don't want me to?
I got it, Madison.
Are you sure?
I know how to read. Okay.
He went to the Zoolander school.
For kids who don't read good, that want to read good.
There was someone else who said that before. It's from a movie or something.
Zoolander.
Yeah, it's
No.
from Zoolander.
No, they go, I know how to read, okay? And then they say something else. I can't remember what it's from, though. I just remember that line.
You need to speak up.
The only other thing
I mumble. It's my thing.
Stop.
The only other one that I remember that talks about reading is from Corky Romano. He's like, you never taught me how to read. And he's like, of course you know
it's
how to
from an
read.
anime.
Yeah.
He goes,
You guys
I
want
see,
some
I
cookies?
see you with magazines all the time. Playboy, Penthouse.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. Peter
should buy a
Peter
boat.
LaFleur is the owner of Average Joe's, a small gym with only a few members. When he defaults on the gym's mortgage, it is purchased by his rival, the arrogant White Goodman, a fitness guru and owner of Globo Gym across the street. I didn't realize they were across the street from each other. They never really made that apparent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was right there.
in the very beginning.
Was it? I
Yeah.
guess I didn't notice that.
We're better than you, and we know it. Did you guys ever put together... Oh, we'll get there. Never mind.
Okay.
What, the pizza?
Hmm?
You said, did you put together? I said, the pizza? No, it got demolished.
He treated that like American Pie. Unless Peter can raise $50,000 in 30 days, White will foreclose on Average Joe's and demolish it to build a parking garage. Attorney Catherine Kate Veach is working on the transaction for White. White unsuccessfully attempts to seduce her, and she instead develops a close friendship with Peter. Yeah, several times. Average Joe's employees, Dwight and Owen, and members Steve the Pirate and Justin and Gordon try to raise the money needed to save the gym. Is Justin played by Justin Long?
Yeah.
So they just left him with his regular name, Justin?
Yep.
Just
Okay.
like Charlie.
Didn't want him
Sunny.
getting confused.
His
Yeah,
actual name's Charlie Day.
Gordon suggests that they enter a dodgeball tournament in Las Vegas with a
Before that,
$50,000
didn't they do a car
prize.
wash, though?
Huh?
Before that, though, didn't they do a car
Yeah,
wash?
they attempted a car wash, and Justin was
The only one getting
the only
paid?
one giving. Yeah, well, he was the only one doing anything, and while he was being watched.
There was some dude
Get it
like
nice and
rubbing
deep,
his
like.
belly button.
Yeah, like and that part about drove me nuts. I fucking hate the belly button stuff. It's fucking weird.
It's fucking weird.
get-
That's the whole point.
Get there
Just
nice
hope
and deep
gag
like.
his belly button. He'll gag.
He was like really getting in there too.
Yeah, he
He was
was.
fucking like,
Don't.
He's a don't.
I wasn't even in it. I was like doing this on my stomach.
I know, but I'm thinking about it.
He ate, you know.
All right, they form a team with Peter and watch the 1950s era training video narrated by dodgeball legend Patches O'Houlihan.
He was like,
They are
Pull out.
soundly defeated by a Girl Scout troop in a local qualifying match, but win by default when the Scouts are disqualified because
Beaver
of one member's
tranquilizer.
steroid and beaver tranquilizer.
damn you, Brace!
You lied.
It's so retarded.
Wait, so we need like an offshoot movie of what the fuck happened to Patches in between that video and when he came to coach them.
There'd be a whole series.
I need to know what happened. We need
Yeah.
like
There's
like
a whole
like
downward
roll-
spiral.
what do they call that? I don't know. Like when they took Cleveland off of Family Guy, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We need one of those for Patches.
Yeah, I think they should just do a whole series dedicated on.
A spin-off.
On-
We need like a spin-off movie.
I think
for
they
that.
should do a whole series just surrounding Troop 57.
You telling me all they had to do to enter nationals for the world was beat a Girl Scout team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Point
How many
proven.
people do you think play dodgeball as a sport?
Probably a lot.
That's
For
why it was on.
ESPN
That's why. Yeah,
on
that's
the
why it was
Ocho.
on ESPN Ocho.
Oh, my bad.
Whatever Ocho means, I don't even know what the fuck.
Eight.
it means.
Dad.
Ocho as an 8.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis,
This is
siete, ocho, 9, 10.
Is there 8 ESPNs or is there less?
There is now.
Ocho. That's
Oh,
crazy.
let me ask.
No, don't. It's in trivia.
Oh.
Back
Shut
off.
up.
Oh my god!
Back away from the fucking phone.
I love you.
White has been spying on Average Joe using a hidden camera and forms his elite dodgeball team to defeat them. Peter is approached by the aging wheelchair-bound Patches, who volunteers to coach the team. Patches' training regimen includes throwing wrenches at them.
This
If
is
you
the
can
best
dodge a
part.
wrench, you can dodge
That's
a ball.
the best part is like when he hits Justin.
Right in the
The fucking Justin.
And nobody even gives a shit.
Justin Long started out his career playing losers. Galaxy Quest was his first movie. This was his second movie. He started out
It
playing
was an accepted
Except it was
that's what I'm
fucking
saying. No, he started
awesome.
out playing such losers, and then he like graduated into only playing cool guys.
And then he graduated into playing villains.
Yeah,
douchey villains.
like that's what I'm saying. Like, how did that happen?
I
Like,
have
how
no
that
idea.
transition?
Well, he was also
Like,
in the first
Jeepers Creepers
Jeepers
was the first thing I
Creepers.
seen him in.
That was the first thing I had ever seen him in too.
He doesn't do well in scary movies ever.
It's hard to take him seriously.
Either he doesn't survive, or if he does survive, it doesn't go well.
Yeah, right. he did do like because he was in the Barbarian, and he was just a fucking tool in that fucking.
Oh
movie.
my god!
You thought, well, maybe he's gonna redeem himself.
Yeah,
somehow.
like yes, he doesn't. Nope,
He don't.
not
He
at
does.
all.
He does not at all. He's a douche.
Yep, the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time.
All right, so forcing them to dodge oncoming cars and constantly roasting them with
In that
insults.
scene, did you notice that JP was wearing a shirt that said "I love robots"
What did it? Was he? That's
during
funny.
the Dodge cars?
I love robots. Sorry, Grandma's Boy reference.
Mm-hmm.
Kate
Robot
demonstrates skill at the game, but declines to join the team as it would be a conflict of interest. Upon finding a loophole in the contract with Kate, White arranges for her to be fired from her law firm so that dating him would not be a conflict of interest. That's how full of himself he is.
No
That he
shit.
thought, well, if I don't want her to join the team, so the only way to do this is to date her.
No, he didn't want. He wanted to date her, so he got her fired. He didn't even know about the team thing. He thought getting her.
he did.
No,
he couldn't
no.
date her because she was working for him.
Yeah, he thought by getting her fired, she would date him. That is the only reason he got her fired.
Well, he knew that she was throwing the ball and that she was really good at it before that. Because
Yeah,
they
but he
showed
didn't
it to
know
him.
anything about them. He didn't want her to be on their team.
Right.
The only reason she couldn't be on their team was because she was working for him.
Yeah, I know.
So if he'd have left her working for him, that would have been in his best interest.
But I thought
He got her fired because he wanted her to date him. He had no idea about the team thing.
All right.
He's so full of himself that he fired her thinking that would
That was going to work.
Yeah.
Well, if
there's
I
nothing that
fire her,
turns
get
a
her
woman-
fired, she can date me then.
Yeah, there's nothing that turns a woman on more than getting fired and then the guy
Right.
saying, "Hey, I got you fired. You want to bang?"
Yeah, right. White arranges for her to be fired from her law firm so that dating him would not be a conflict of interest. This arranges Kate and motivates her enrages Kate and motivates her to join the Average Joe's team. At the tournament in Las Vegas, Average Joe's suffers early setback but manages to advance to the final round against Globo Gym. The night before the match, Patches is killed by a falling sign.
Luck of the Irish.
Yeah.
Wait, did you guys put together? Because this is the first time I put it together. Average Joe's versus Globo Gym Cobras. G.I. Joe's.
Joe's and Cobras.
Joe's and Cobras.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that.
What's that?
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. Cobras.
Versus Cobra.
Cobra.
G.I. Joe. And then the Cobras were the enemy. You don't know nothing. She don't know nothing about G.I. Joe.
Go
Anyway.
Joe!
Yeah. Go, Joe. Shit, where was I? The night before the match, Patches is killed by a falling sign. Peter expresses anxiety that the team will lose and scolds Steve for his embarrassing pirate persona, causing Steve to lose the team or
What
leave
a
the team.
dick.
He was a dick. He was like, it was really bad because
It
I
was
felt
sad.
bad for Steve.
Right.
I wanted to punch him in the face.
At the
all
end, though,
did.
he's like, "Gar." White offers Peter $100,000 for the deed to Average Joe's, which Peter accepts. On the day of the final round, Justin leaves to help his classmate Amber with a cheerleading competition.
Hold on a second. So that 100,000, right? Everybody says that like that makes him a douchebag for accepting it, right?
I disagree.
I disagree as well. What's your reasoning?
I disagree because I could tell that he already had a plan in mind and set before he accepted. Like whenever it cut, so you know how it's like he's looking at it and they kind of leave you as a cliffhanger. Well, did he accept it? Didn't he accept it? You don't find out to the end. So I believe that right before that cliffhanger, he had that look in his eye like he was coming up with a plan because he's a guy that makes plans. I figured he already had the idea in his head. Well, this is what I'll do. I'll bet for the Average Joes to win against them. If I lose the money, then at least I supported my team and my people because that's the kind of guy that he is. And but then if I win, then I pretty much own Globo Gym at that point. So
maybe, but here was how I was thinking about it. Like, even if he didn't bet the money, that $100,000 is basically the only way that he could guarantee not only himself but all of his friends and everybody that matter, like what they need, right? He needs to make sure that all of his employees have a job and all of those people still have a place to work out, right? Like that's what they're trying to do. So with that $100,000, he could go and buy another gym.
Pretty much, yeah. Also, the thing with that
I'm
is,
just saying, like
I don't
life
understand
scenario.
I don't understand what his whole plan was behind offering him $100,000 for the rights of the gym. Like, if he was so confident that his team was going to win, why was he even worried?
He wasn't at that point. He was starting to get cold feet.
See, that's the only thing I can get. Like, all right, maybe he's getting cold feet.
He is.
Just in case.
He is.
This solidifies, so.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, in a real world scenario, if you're really concerned or, whatever, like, you can guarantee everybody gets what they need.
Yeah, you could easily
with that
open up a new
$100,000
gym that way.
You know what I mean? But anyway.
Right. All right. Where was I? White offers Peter $100,000 for the deed to Average Joe's, which Peter accepts, but they don't know that till the end. On the day of the final round, Justin leaves to help his classmate Amber with a cheerleading competition, leaving the team without enough members to compete. Peter has a chance encounter with Lance Armstrong, who talks him into rejoining the team, but he arrives too late. Average Joe's has already been forced to forfeit. Gordon finds a loophole in the rules. A majority of the judges can overturn the forfeiture. Chuck Norris cast the tie-breaking vote, allowing the team to play. Of course it was Chuck Norris.
Who's
Fucking
Chuck Norris again?
Chuck Norris, he's a martial artist. He did a bunch of movies.
I knew
Texas,
that.
like Ranger, fucking Walker, Texas Ranger.
I don't know what that is.
You never heard Chuck Norris jokes?
I've heard of Chuck Norris. Who is he? Like, what is he?
He was the guy that did this. And
Oh yeah, I understand
okay,
that.
well, that's the best I
What
got.
is he? What movies has he been in?
Sidekicks.
Fuck, a bunch of shit. Yeah, Sidekicks being the best one I remember him from. He was in a bunch of movies back in the late 80s, well, early 80s.
Early 90s.
Yeah, he's more, honestly, these days he's known more as a meme or a joke than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a great martial artist. He also studied with
Bruce Lee.
He also did a movie with Bruce Lee.
I'm pretty sure he learned directly from Bruce Lee. Like that.
I don't know if he did. I think you're right. I think he did. I don't remember though. Just he's a great martial artist. He's a good martial artist, and he's always been great at marketing. He's got the whole gym. What's that gym? Total gym. Yeah,
Total gym.
He's got the Total Gym that he's got stakes in, and he's also the spokesman for. He's just an action hero essentially. He did a bunch of action movies back in the day.
My favorite part with Jason Bateman was when they had to forfeit, and they're like, they have to forfeit, and he's like, how did he say? What did he say?
Just something about like, how do you think they're going to come back?
Oh
from
no,
this
he's like, bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off for
Oh, that's
him.
what it was. Yeah, bold strategy. Let's see how it pays off.
And he's like,
And he's just like, oh,
what the fuck is wrong?
he's a moron.
I love him
He's
in
great.
this movie.
He's great. It's like the first movie I remember him being in.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
like,
he was in Arrested Development, I think, at the same time or
Was he?
right around this time.
Yeah, I think he was actually.
But it's so funny because he can do such a serious roles, but he can also do this.
It's funny
both
because, like,
perfectly.
unlike Ben Stiller, when he does a serious role, he's funny about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Arrested Development, he's one of the best. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of great characters in Arrested
for sure.
Development.
God,
But, like,
I love
he
Arrested
really,
Development.
He's that guy, the only sound level-headed dude in the whole show, and he's still funny though.
He is.
He's still very funny
because he's got the same quirks. Like when none of them
Yeah.
know how to be a chicken, and he doesn't know how to be a chicken either. Like certain things about him.
Yeah, he's like that guy that's like looking at everybody else in the room like they're idiots, but he's in a funny way.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
You know, like he's very good at
Yeah.
it. And I've always loved Jason Bateman.
Oh, definitely.
He's fucking hilarious, dude.
Definitely.
So he's great in a lot of shit. I loved him in Hancock, even though he wasn't like he was
Yeah,
a
he
very
wasn't main,
straight-laced
but
dude.
yeah.
But yeah, he's great. I love him. Like he was. What was that movie with him and Ryan Reynolds where they swap bodies?
Oh, The Switch.
The Switch.
Yeah,
that was a good one. He was
Yeah.
really good in that one. Because he really fucking. He pretty much was Ryan Reynolds throughout most of the movie.
Yeah.
He had to be Ryan Reynolds.
Change personas.
Yeah.
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 After an intense game, Peter and White face off in a sudden death match to determine the winner. Inspired by a vision of Patches, Peter blindfolds himself with that nasty ass fucking handkerchief.
Dude, like when he put that on his face, I'm like, what are you doing?
They were like
He was like
stains
looking at
and
it like
everything
this,
else.
and the whole time I wasn't even
Tobacco
looking at.
spit,
I wasn't even
everything.
looking at Patches. I was looking at all the patches of stains.
I know.
I was like, ugh.
Like, you don't know what
Yeah.
that towel was used for.
Obviously,
bet
to
you do.
catch all of his food and drink, and probably wipe his ass. Yeah, fuck that. You ain't putting that on my face.
Lots of fluids.
Yeah. White declares the victory meaningless since Peter had sold Average Joe's to him the previous night, but Peter reveals that he used White's $100,000 to bet on Average Joe's to win. With the odds against them 50-1, he has won $5 million. He can now buy a controlling interest in Globo Gym, which now also includes Average Joe's and Fire White. What the fuck is Fire White?
Fire white.
Like
Fire.
fire.
Oh, he can fire white. I was like, what the fuck is that?
You haven't heard about that? It's the newest thing
It's the
in
newest
gyms.
thing. Steve returns to the group after Peter apologized to him. He appears to be quite or have quit being a pirate until Peter inspires him to be his old self. Peter is upset when a yeah, but whenever he comes up, he's like, "Who am I going to share all this loot with?" And he's Gar. It's so funny how he just like quickly transitions
Yeah.
back into a pirate. Gar. Peter's upset when a girlfriend of Kate's kisses her passionately, but Kate then reveals that she is bisexual and kisses Peter as well. Fuck that. I don't want two of you. Justin finds romance with Amber while Owen begins dating Fran from the Globo Gym team. Did you know that she's actually really pretty in real life?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
extremely pretty.
It's the same woman that was in Galaxy Quest. She was also in the remake of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with
Yeah, the mom.
Yeah.
She was the mom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin finds romance with Amber, and Owen begins dating Fran from Globo Gym team. Peter opens youth dodgeball classes at a newly renovated Average Joe's, while White, as depicted in a vignette during the credits, becomes massively obese from junk food. The end. So one of the best parts is
Fuck you, Chuck Norris.
yeah, fucking Chuck Norris. And then he's like, all right. We're gonna do this. He turns on the milkshake song or whatever. And he's like dancing with his titties. He's like, everybody happy now? What did he say? Laugh on everybody laugh at Fatty or whatever, some shit like that. Shit was fucking great.
Fatty make a funny.
Oh yeah, Fatty make a funny. He wears the fat suit so fucking great. It's awesome. This reminds me of like him in Tropic Thunder whenever they were doing the Tom Cruise wearing the fat suit and shit.
When he was doing the,
And he said Tom Cruise said the only thing I care about is just wearing the fat hands. He wanted to wear the fat hands.
Like hairy. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys got any notes or anything you want to touch on?
I did mine.
Was Ben Stiller a different like height every time he was in a scene? He looked like it.
Vince Vaughn is extremely tall. So standing up next to Vince Vaughn, I bet probably didn't do any good
he's like
for him.
6'7" or
Yes,
something like
Vince Vaughn is really tall. And then his Michelle, that dude is really tall.
Yeah, he's
so
tall.
hold on, I'm gonna look up Vince Vaughn or not Vince Vaughn.
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller's height.
I think he's like 5'7".
Yeah, he's 5'7". Holy shit.
Damn, I was
So he's-
right.
He's as tall as you.
He's as tall as me. I'm not a tall dude either.
And he looked really short.
He did. He looked super short, especially next to Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, I'm 5'9".
How tall is Vince
5'6".
Vaughn? How tall
6'5".
is
You are?
No, Vince Vaughn is 6'5".
6'5"? Jesus. Yes. Yeah. So he's like almost a foot taller than him. He looks taller than that even yet next to him in the movie.
It's like 3 feet taller than him.
He's like.
Are
Really
you
tall.
sure they didn't do anything in the movie to make him look shorter?
I mean, they may have, honestly, just to play it up for laughs. Like put Vince Vaughn up on a stool or something. Like, here, stand on this block. so you can appear even
We're gonna put you
taller.
in some heels.
Yeah.
You're one of those like lift shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Platforms.
Anyway, so if you guys don't have anything else you want to cover on the movie, you guys want to rate this motherfucker?
I mean, there's a lot of funny parts. Man.
There's a lot of funny
Yeah.
parts, but unfortunately, we already said them all. Like, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Reading the dictionary.
Reading the dictionary. Hold on. Did you notice at the end of the movie, whenever they're all coming out and they're all grouped together in the new or in the new Average Joe's gym, you notice that Justin's girlfriend is pregnant?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? He didn't waste any
He's wearing
time.
a Letterman jacket.
Yeah, he didn't waste any time knocking that bitch up.
Mm-mm.
And they're in high school. Like, they're still in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I saw that, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, I liked how the one dude was like, hey, maybe he's going to fall out of that roller coaster and break every bone.
Yeah.
And then later she's like, he fell out of the roller coaster and broke every bone.
We need you.
And he went in there knowing that routine like none other.
Mhm.
It's every time I see like a guy cheerleading scene, I always think of Bring It On, where he sticks his thumb in that girl's butt.
Never seen
Well,
Bring It On.
Justin put his whole face in.
That was Lori Beth Denberg
Oh, I
for
know.
fucking all that, dude.
Mhm.
Like, she is fucking great. Anyway.
Let's go this bitch.
All right, so we're gonna move on. Let's get into rating and reviewing in Dodgeball from 2006 or 7 or 5.
4.
What year? 4? 4? Really? It's that old?
3.
2003?
No,
Are you just
you were
guessing?
counting down.
Are you
so
guessing
I was
too?
just going
Oh.
with it.
Oh, it's actually from 2004.
You were counting down, so
June
I was just
18th.
going with it.
June 18th, 2004.
Okay, June 18th, 2004. All right, so let's start with Madison. Madison, what did you think of Dodgeball?
I thought this movie was pretty alright. It wasn't as funny as you guys made it out to be, I'm not gonna lie. It was still funny. It's just not as funny as you guys made it out to be.
I agree.
I thought I was gonna be cackling, and I wasn't. Maybe a giggle here and there. Still a good movie though. Thought it was still funny.
I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
The silence is killer.
I mean,
Here's the pin drop.
Just fucking go. Rate the movie.
let's go.
Let's go. I hate silence.
It's
Smell
not
this.
good.
What?
Smell it.
No.
Sniff this.
I don't know where. I didn't even see that until now. And it's the perfect shape to be up your butt.
Will you just smell it?
No. Tell me this thing is not the perfect shape to be up someone's ass. It's like a little butt plug.
Will you
You're
just
making me.
smell this?
You're making
I'm
me
not
think of that
smelling
scene
it.
from Dave Chappelle. Meow.
Just smell this.
Oh, that was definitely in her ass. I'm just kidding. What the
Dude.
fuck? Why does it smell like bubble gum?
I don't know. This smells like it too.
No, it doesn't. That smells like bubble. This smells processed.
I think they both smell very sweet, like someone dipped them in sugar before they packaged them.
Rip them open. Maybe there's cocaine in them. Let's find out. Kirby is known for eating shit he shouldn't eat. Don't actually rip him open.
I know. I wasn't gonna. I was squeezing
Come on, just
him.
give us your review.
Sorry. Frank, don't get near him. He might have cocaine on him. Don't fall.
Frank's like, oh, yes, maybe.
He's trying to
You
take a
done
swan
fucked
dive.
him up, okay?
He's trying to take a swan dive.
He's like, I already got the cocaine. I snorted it out of his ass.
When did he
He
have
feels
the
like
time
he's
to do that?
flying. Ah.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a. I'll give it a 6.5. It was pretty funny. I liked it whenever the chick threw it. She threw it like the softball and hit him right in the nuts. I think that's great because that's about where they are supposed to pitch it at too. Is that general
region
area?
All right. For me, I think that the movie's not as good as I remember it being. It's still funny though. Is it Tropic Thunder funny or Grandma's Boy funny or Step Brothers funny? No.
Definitely not.
Not that funny, but it's still pretty goddamn funny. It's a good, and it's not as heavy-handed as those other movies. Like it's not as graphic. You know what I mean? Like they don't rely on nudity and stupid shit like that to bring up the ante, I guess. And I like that about the movie. It's a little more wholesome and innocent in that sense, other than all the nut shots and all that shit and the cussing, of course.
And all the bathing suit shots.
Yeah, but that was integral to the plot a little bit. You know what I mean? It wasn't there just to be there. You know what I mean?
It doesn't last very long.
And it doesn't last very long either. Yeah.
Did we get into the uniform switch?
Oh.
Oh yeah. The uniform switch.
You must be daddy.
You must be daddy.
You must be daddy.
I think aside from that.
Why can't we just play what we have on?
Like the movie,
we all have to match.
I think back in the day, the movie probably would have been like an 8-pointer for me easily. But watching it now, it doesn't hold up that well. The Lance Armstrong definitely doesn't hold up.
That one aged
a little cringy a little bit now. But aside from that, though, that and Vince Vaughn, I just don't feel like I didn't really like his character. Like, I know he's supposed to be this nice guy, but I just didn't like him that much. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to go 6.5, too. I don't care for it as much as I used to. It's still a good movie, though. It's still worth a watch. It's just not on that level anymore. Because I used to talk about this movie with a lot of, love and shit like that. Like I would with, like I said, Tropic Thunder, Step Brothers, Grandma's Boy, shit like that. Like, those movies hold a special place to me, and this movie used to. Watching it now, I'm like, it's not as good as I remember it being. You know what I mean? And I hate sometimes with this podcast we go back to movies like that and we're like, holy shit, the movie is not as good as I remember it to be. And that's one of the things that scared me about like Spaceballs. Like going back to rewatch that movie, I was like, God, I hope it's still good. And it was. So anyway, I'd give it a 6.5.
I don't think this really lost anything for me. It still held up for me. I did notice that about Vince Vaughn's character this time for me too. He kind of fell flat, but I think that was more how he was written.
Maybe.
I don't think.
But you think that but a lot of comedies though, you're allowed to like give a little to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't feel like he gave anything to the character.
Well, and it depends on the director. It depends on a lot
True.
of things. So I don't know. I'm not going to really fault him necessarily for that. I could have, I feel like that was more the character now that I think about it. Just the way that the movie plays out with the plot and everything. I feel like that was more the way it was just written. So
right.
I'm just going to let that go, I guess. But
I mean, Vince Vaughn's character is supposed
to be in this, I guess.
His character is supposed to be played as a not really of a caring kind of person, like it'll fall where it falls.
Sure, yeah,
kind of person,
yeah.
You know what I mean,
yeah, definitely. I guess I just feel like with it being played by Vince Vaughn, you expect a certain amount of wit,
right?
And that you just didn't see it. But it is what it is. I loved the play with Ben Stiller and his wife, and her having to be like, nah, man. No, thank you.
Don't touch me.
Yeah, I that's hilarious to me. Just because they're actually married.
It's funny is Crystal does that to me anyway.
Yeah,
we're not even acting.
I don't know. A lot of the humor is still there for me. I still think this is pretty funny to me. So I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm kind of in the same boat as Karen on this. I mean, the comedy really hasn't fallen off for me. I see where you're coming from with the Vince Vaughn thing, but as I said, I think
it's just your expectation because
his character is also as I stated, his character is supposed to be played as a guy that doesn't care what happens in his life.
Yep.
You know, things fall where they fall.
Well, I think,
that's what
you see it
is.
too in the gym when,
I have another question. Why was Justin's long, wet hair? Why was his hair always wet?
I think it's supposed to be greasy looking.
Was it greasy looking? Because I was like, is he just sweating all the time?
No, I think it was supposed to look greasy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I just
But
thought
like,
I'd ask.
especially at the beginning when everybody keeps coming up to him and they're like, I don't have money this
Yeah,
week.
that's
And he
all right,
keeps
just
saying,
pay me back.
like, just pay me when you can,
Yeah.
pay me when you can. I think it's more like he's supposed to be just this really, really overly nice person.
Or just, like I said, just a guy that just, it'll happen when it happens kind of guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, nothing. I can't really say anything too bad about it. I mean, it's dodgeball. I'm going to say
Dodgeball.
7.5 for me.
All right, so that's a 6.875.
So 6.5, 6.5. Karen, what'd you get?
7.
7.
7.5.
7? 7.0?
6.9, basically.
So yeah, it's about 7.
All right. Moving on. Madison, give us the Rotten Tomato shit.
Critics, I'm going to say, is probably 65.
Oh, I was going to say 68.
Low, huh?
For critics, 65.
Yeah, critics,
65? What do you-
68.
68? I bet it's in there somewhere. 65, 68. I'm going to go 60. 60.
Karen's gonna take it. It is a 71%.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was thinking about going 70. I was like, I'm going to take the underhand.
Critics' consensus: proudly profane and splendidly silly, Dodgeball is a worthy spiritual successor to the goofball comedies of the 1980s.
85 for audience. 85.
Audience.
I'm going to say 78.
What'd you say?
85.
78, 85. I'm gonna go 75.
Dad's gonna take it. 76. He 1 point.
Ooh,
Damn.
you son of a bitch.
Yeah. I knew it was probably gonna be higher than critics, but still not that high.
Yeah, that's where I was at. I was like,
Yeah.
it's going to be in that
Yeah.
70s range.
It's probably got some fan love.
All right.
Here's some bad ones.
So Luke R.
He's a liar.
Oh, let me
Son of a
get comfy.
bitch.
Okay. Luke R. gave it half a star, said this movie is extremely bad. This movie is as corny as the Waterboy movie.
What's wrong with the water?
Fuck you, Luke retard. Waterboy is the shit.
I know, I love that movie. It's one of my favorites.
This movie doesn't even really hold a candle to Waterboy. Waterboy's the shit, dude.
I'm just thinking of the KFC guy and gets hit in the head with the ball.
1 star by Elliot S. says they barely even show the dodgeball and it is just too stupid of a movie.
Fuck your own face!
Half the movie was dodgeball, wasn't it?
It was all dodgeball.
Yeah, it's
It's all centered
Okay.
around dodgeball. I don't know what you wanted.
Okay.
You want him to play dodgeball the whole fucking movie? Like,
Oh, shit.
2 stars. Spoiler. Stiller's character is really annoying. I mean to point where he looks awkward and you see it's just try hard and he sticks out like a blindfolded dog.
Did you not see the trailer for the movie?
No
Because
shit.
that basically
like a
tells you that's
sore,
what you're in
dumb
for.
Thumb.
he's
Ending-
supposed to stand out like a fucking sore thumb.
Ending is BS. Yeah, right. Blindfolded, dodged a ball, then hits him head on blindfolded.
It's called an underdog story, you dumb shit.
It really is called an under.
Then takes over his company buying shares and erases him from 100% involvement in it. Kinda iffy ending, okay, but not great. It's supposed to be goofy.
Underdog.
We got a realist. If you want to be a realist, then go watch documentaries.
1 star. Well, another movie I watched as a kid that I liked that sucked. This movie has little to no enjoyment. It's always been bad. Well, it's always bad when a movie Vince Vaughn is the best actor. Okay. Vaughn is the only redeeming quality in the whole movie.
Dude just said the opposite of what we said.
All of the characters are just plain annoying.
Does that make us
premise
stupid?
is
I was like, hold on, are we wrong about this movie?
The premise is pointless. The plot is dumb, and it isn't that funny.
That's the
Most
point of the
comedies
fucking
don't have a
movie.
good
It's supposed to be stupid.
plot.
It's supposed to be a dumb plot. That's the point of the movie. Zoolander.
It's
Look
a
at
dumb
Zoolander.
plot,
A dumb plot.
but it works.
Yeah.
It's comedy.
Half a star. I love Vince Vaughn movies, so I gave this a shot. Boy, was I shocked how bad this was. No redeeming qualities and no funniness
So,
whatsoever.
What I'm
One
get-
of the worst movies I've ever seen.
what I'm getting from these last two critics or audience critic, whatever, is that these were Vince Vaughn fans coming into this movie thinking they were going to get Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
So right there, that's where they made.
I think that's what it is too. They're like, okay, this has got Vince Vaughn in it.
We're
and he's
going
gonna
to
be
get
doing
his
Vince Vaughn stuff.
and
And
they
and
didn't get
they're
what
like,
they
oh
wanted.
wait, no, Ben Stiller's stealing the show.
And
of
Vince
course he
is
is.
kind of just.
Yeah, I mean,
So they're like, oh, this movie
these
sucks.
people are dumb. I just don't.
One more.
Can we move to
One
like
star.
another country?
This is...
I don't want to be on this planet anymore.
Oh. It's because I'm here, isn't it?
No.
No, it's because everybody else is here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good like 98% of the people in this country or
Well, let's
the
just go
planet.
create another planet.
Yeah.
Create another planet. That is an amazing idea. Why didn't we think of that?
Let's get
Why don't
on
we
it.
just send all the 98% over to Jupiter so they can get more stupider?
This is why girls go to college. To get more knowledge.
Yeah, but boys go to Mars to get more candy bars.
No. That's just what you guys said. Because you're supposed to go to Jupiter to get more stupider.
You'd miss
Yeah,
this.
well, you should go to Venus because you smell like a penis.
I feel like that's a you problem. You're just projecting.
Now you look like a penis.
Okay.
Just read your fucking reviews.
There's one more.
I'd like to apologize on behalf of.
I don't. This is fucking great.
It is
Let's
good.
keep it
Karen's
going.
like, I don't know, maybe we all just need to go to Jupiter.
No. I have ideas rolling in my head for this.
She's like, no, just the Kramer family. Send them off. 1 star. This is an awful comedy
Make it for a
that
great time.
I
Fuck it.
made
Let's
me
do it.
laugh twice in the whole film. And that's not even laugh out loud either, just small giggles. Ben Stiller is annoyingly unfunny, and although the average Joes are likable, it's not enough to make up for the horrendous script and predictability.
Okay.
Whatever. Of course it's predictable. It's whatever.
I was gonna say, aren't most comedies predictable?
Most of them are, yeah.
Pretty much.
Like, you know what happens? It's just the out-of-pocket things that people do that are funny.
Yeah. Comedies don't typically look for a complex story or plot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they want a basic plot so they can just shove in their jokes and have fun with it and run with it. And those are sometimes the best comedies, man.
Absolutely. Bare bones, and then you let the comedians do the rest.
Yeah, you let the comedians do their thing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. Or let the writing speak for itself. You know,
Mhm.
the comedic writers.
100%.
Anyway, Karen, how about some sweet ass trivia?
Sweet ass trivia with Karen.
Justin Long's eyebrow was actually cut open by the first wrench thrown at him. All the wrenches that were thrown were made of rubber, but the first was harder than all the others.
So that was a real reaction.
Might have
Yeah,
been.
it might have been. They might have kept that first one.
Just everybody just let him fucking bleed out right there on the floor.
Because
No,
he's
he's
a
overacting.
He's a really good actor. Like, no, wait. Oh, he's bleeding.
No, that's fake blood. According to many cast members, the hardest part of filming the dodgeball scenes was not flinching when they knew they were about to be hit by a ball. The unrated DVD contains a fake commentary where Ben Stiller and two main actors do nothing but fight, as well as claim to hate each other before storming out 40 minutes in. The commentary is then replaced with the commentary for There's Something About Mary. The real commentary is on the DVD as an Easter egg.
What?
According to the director's commentary on the DVD, the roles of Peter LaFleur, White Goodman, and Justin were written in mind with Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller, and Justin Long, respectively. The latter was chosen because of his role in Galaxy Quest. On the Rich Eisen show, Stephen Root said a lot of the audience members during the dodgeball scenes were actually prison inmates. According to Rotten Tomatoes,
Including Bernice.
Huh?
Yes, including Bernice.
Oh, I don't know.
That was the beaver tranquilized cheer or
the Girl Scout.
Girl Scout.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Who were all prison inmates?
Beaver Scout.
Yeah.
The audience members during the dodgeball scenes were actually prison inmates.
Huh.
According to Rotten Tomatoes, this is one of Dame Helen Mirren's favorite movies. It is a popular fan theory that Ben Stiller's character is the same person as his Heavyweights character, Tony Perkis, and that they are both egomaniacal fitness gurus who are quite partial to the color purple.
I thought the same thing, and I know it's been talked about, because they have the same hair, just not the same hair. I guess he, I don't know, fucking...
Their gym logos.
Well, he colors his in this movie. He, gives it that the frosted look or whatever. But, they're pretty much the same. Only...
Same character, too.
Minus that mustache, yeah. Yeah, same character, everything.
Yeah, it's the same gym logo.
Yep. So...
On the special features section of the DVD, if you click on the Globo Gym logo at the bottom, you will see a short video with White Goodman talking about Easter eggs on the DVD. He tells you that if you press enter every time he snaps his fingers, you will see an Easter egg. These Easter eggs are deleted scenes not included with those in the special features. There are 4 White Goodman finger snaps in the movie. The first comes as he gets into the tanning bed.
So hold on a minute. You can't watch them? You have to watch the movie and pause on his
finger snaps
in order to get to those deleted scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
That's
a fun way to watch the movie, though.
I know, right? The next one, he sends the lawyer out of his office when motioning his team to leave the pub. The next, as he motions for Michelle Jones to pick him up from Kate Veach's porch. And the last one, he motions Michelle to give him the contract for Peter to sign at the hotel room in Vegas. And the last one, the movie refers to the then fictional ESPN 8, The Ocho, as a means to lampoon the channel's multiple outlets. The Ocho is a tongue-in-cheek reference to a nickname formerly used by ESPN 2, The Deuce.
The Deuce.
In August 2017, ESPNU changed its name to ESPN 8, The Ocho. And they actually show obscure sporting events, including dodgeball tournaments. That's it.
Well, if you want to watch real dodgeball tournaments,
go to ESPN.
Go to ESPN, The Ocho.
So it is, definitely a real thing.
After this movie came out,
yeah. It wasn't before, but kind of became a thing because of the movie.
Too many people asked for it.
What's in the box?
What's in the
fucking sign in the way. Get here.
Move the zombies.
Oh.
Zombies went down.
No violence.
Pick one, not all.
Why?
Texas
We can't do
Chainsaw.
that. It was another Romero one.
Oh.
Comedy.
Romero.
Give me another comedy.
Heavyweights.
Oh,
really?
Really? I'm not kidding. It's heavyweights.
Huh.
See?
She's test me. I'm not
I'm not.
lying.
I'm not.
Wow.
kidding.
All right.
It's heavyweights.
Another Ben Stiller movie. I'm sorry.
No, you're
I
not.
feel like we should have shoved that back in the box for another time. But it's drawn.
You
Fuck
want me
it.
to?
Do you want to? Do you?
No,
do you want
I've
it?
never seen heavyweights. I don't know.
Oh, you've never seen it?
No, I don't know. I don't know what we're in for, so I don't. It doesn't matter to me.
I think it's a good movie.
I can put it back even if you want to.
No, we'll just do it. Fuck
Okay.
it. We'll do it.
It's on
Let's go do
Disney. Yeah, it's on Disney.
I think it is a Disney movie.
It is a
actually.
Disney.
I'm pretty sure it is a Disney movie. All right. Well, heavyweights next week. I don't know what year this is from. This is way before Dodgeball. 90 something.
I think this is kind of perfect too, because then we can kind of talk about how they
Contrast.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Compare and contrast.
I know we're getting up towards October, so we're gonna be getting into our spooky movie month. So
are
we
we
got-
going to be doing our usual thing
Yeah.
where we pick a movie or
pick
whatever.
a movie. Everybody gets to pick a horror movie from, for the month of October.
What did I pick last year? Trick or Treat? Was that me?
I believe so. What did I pick?
Terrifiers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, both the Terrifier movies. You're right. What'd you do last year?
Critters.
Critters,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you did
Demon Knight.
Demon Knight. Okay.
Glad we all remember.
Yeah. This year I don't know what I'm gonna do this year yet. So I got some thinking to do on it.
All of the
'cause-
Nightmare on Elm Streets.
Uh,
I'm just kidding. That's my pick.
I mean, after we finish the Texas Chainsaw, all
the
those
Friday
movies.
the 13th movies.
I've done that twice now.
You should let me pick Lisa Frankenstein because I feel like no one here has seen it.
I have.
I haven't.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
It was great.
We'll see. We'll see what we get into next month. There's a lot to choose from, man. For
I would happily watch it again.
the month of October. Anyway, we got a couple weeks to think about it, though. Till next week, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the social shit down there. Also, share with your friends and your grandparents and your doggies and your whatever, your hamsters. I don't care who watches it. As long as somebody's getting entertainment out of us.
Groovy.
Yeah, we are groovy. Anyway, so till next week, we're going to do heavyweights. We will see you there.
Oh, yes.
Bye.
Bye.